Hey guys, Andy Villarreal here. Today we're talking about my favorite thing, cryptocurrency. My passion, my love, my true bread and butter. I do want to preface this video by thanking every single one of you for following, subscribing, and liking the videos and leaving a comment. I want to thank you guys so much for that. And let's get straight into the video, and I'll give you guys a tier list, of a title list, or a chapter list. I don't know what I'm going to call it yet. Essentially, with the first section, there's going to be 8 sections. It's going to be the phenomenon of cryptocurrency, building a rock solid foundation, seizing opportunities, thriving in a bear market, the potent force of community, and cultivating patience, and then the art of diversification, building a robust portfolio. And I'll kind of touch on them. I have my notes right here, so if you ever see me looking down at my computer screen, please forgive me. I'll try to make eye contact through the whole entire time of this video. Maybe it makes you uncomfortable, maybe it doesn't. But first, you want to go in the phenomenon of cryptocurrency and how it started. Now, in my notes, I do have that Bitcoin is the big daddy, the big OG, and I think everybody should have a little bit of Bitcoin in the portfolio for the following reasons. There is nothing else like Bitcoin. There is no other cryptocurrency. There's no other fiat system. There's no other technology like Bitcoin. And I'll kind of explain why. Bitcoin is a digital scarce asset. There's only 21 million Bitcoin, and there's about 56 million millionaires, and there's probably fewer billionaires, but at least somebody's going to want to have a little cut of the Bitcoin. And I know that for a fact because Bitcoin is like digital gold. Now, you hear a lot of people make the comparison between gold and Bitcoin, and you may want to understand why. Bitcoin can be used as a store of value, just like how gold is, and silver and other shiny rocks in the ground. But the cool thing with Bitcoin that gold cannot do, and silver cannot do, and diamonds cannot do, is that you can transport it over borders without having to carry a physical item. Now, the cool thing with Bitcoin is that it allows you to be able to transfer wealth between your peers or peer-to-peer contacts. I can send money to someone in Guatemala without using PayPal. I can send money to somebody in Europe without using my bank. And I think that gives a lot of people freedom and individuality in cryptocurrency. Now, that is a phenomenon that I think not a lot of people understand, but it brings me to my second understanding of building a rock solid foundation in cryptocurrency. What are some things that I would suggest you do if you were to want to build a rock solid foundation? Well, I would first suggest you go look at DEXs, Decentralized Exchanges. There's another thing called DAOs, Decentralized Organizations. And then those are all on Ethereum, but the cooler ones are probably cold wallets and hot wallets. Now, if you understand the differences between those, I give huge kudos to you. Congratulations, you probably know more than 99% of the people on this earth. But if you don't know what those are, you should probably look those up. And the reason why you should look those up is you need to have a better understanding of what it means to be able to be self-custodial, be able to have your own money, and be able to own your own piece of digital Bitcoin. Now, you can go on Coinbase, you can buy Bitcoin, which is one way of using the cryptocurrency network, but you're on a centralized exchange. Now, the difference between a centralized exchange and a decentralized exchange is that a centralized exchange, you have to deposit funds into it, and you're only allowed to withdraw funds once you're done trading. But you're never in control of your coins other than the fact that you get to say, I have the ability to make a trade right here with this amount of Bitcoin or this amount of USD or any amount of currency or any amount of cryptocurrency that you want to make a trade with. Next point will be seizing opportunities. The reason why we want to seize opportunities is the practice it's going to take. So everything that I just talked about before is understanding the fundamentals of Bitcoin, having a phenomenon, an understanding of that phenomenon, then having a rock solid foundation of what that means to own Bitcoin or even possess it or even trade it or use a blockchain. You need to have a fundamental understanding of being able to seize the opportunity. In order to do that, you need to be able to have a solid foundation. Now, that kind of goes with my old point, but the next point is thriving in bear markets and communities. Now, where a lot of people get wrong is they think that once Bitcoin starts going up, that's when people start making money. And that's very much true, but that just makes people money. It doesn't make people wealthy. It doesn't make people millionaires or billionaires or even thousandaires or 100,000aires. I've always come back to the same understanding that we are in a cycle, and this is all about human psychology. Now, people that are older than me or have more experience in markets, such as like the stock market, forex market, commodities market, I mean, they're all based off of human psychology. They all follow the same characteristics. Now, that's why you need to have a fundamental understanding of how the markets work, how human psychology works, and you need to have a better understanding of how to control your emotions. Now, that's really super important because not a lot of people understand how to do that. Now, this brings me into my next point, the potent force of a community. I'll give you an example. a few years back in 2021, there was a person by the name of the Dogecoin millionaire. At the time, Dogecoin was doing its all-time highs. It went from like a penny all the way to 7 cents, and from 7 cents all the way up to 80 cents, and then, it crashed from there. The point I want to make with this is I could have had that same opportunity as to invest into Dogecoin. I could have bought Dogecoin at 3 zeros, 10 cents. I could have bought Dogecoin at 4 zeros, but the reason why I didn't is because I understood the fundamentals of Bitcoin. And I think this is what brings a lot of people to the negative drawbacks of cryptocurrency, is that people get too focused on the technology and not about the community. The reason why Bitcoin was so popular is because it had a large community of people that understood the fundamentals of what Bitcoin could do. But I think it's the same thing with Dogecoin. Now, the reason why the Dogecoin millionaire is no longer a millionaire now is because he never understood the market psychology, which is the second step, is bending the fundamentals of what cryptocurrency is and having a rock solid foundation. If he would have known that the cryptocurrency that he was holding, he could have made him a millionaire, and he would have sold it at the very top when he knew he was, a millionaire, then he could have bought it probably cheaper, could have bought more. He probably could have set himself up for financial freedom. Now, the sixth point I want to say is cultivating patience and time-tested virtues. Now, the reason why you want to have a time-tested virtue is because it allows you to have the patience, the practice, and the clarity to understand where we're going the next 2 or 3 months. Now, while crypto has been going sideways for the last, 6 months, we haven't had a lot of news come out other than just bullish news. And it kind of reminds me eerily similar to the start of 2021, whenever PayPal started making rumors that they were going to start offering cryptocurrencies. And that's when I bought a lot of my bags. And I made the big mistake of not understanding why I was buying bags. And I was buying off of rumors and selling the news. Now, anyone can do that, and it's probably very possible for you to make money this next cycle. But if you truly want to be wealthy and truly understand, it's going to be the seventh thing that I want to tell you guys, and it's the art of diversification and building a robust portfolio. You hear everybody talk about how you need to have 60, 40, 20%, X amount of cryptocurrency, but do you really understand why we do it this way? Now, the reason why everyone says that you should start with a solid foundation of Bitcoin is because Bitcoin, although it doesn't have the highest returns, it has stable returns. Now, the reason why it has stable returns is because it continuously gets more adoption. We get this from the network effect. Now, if you don't know the network effect, I encourage you to look it up. This is the same thing, build your robust foundation of understanding what cryptocurrency is. But the network effect essentially allows people to connect from one to each other. And it's the same thing that happened with the internet, the same thing that happened with telephones, and the same thing that's going to happen with cryptocurrency now. Is that the more people that get involved in the space, the more people that get more indulged in the space, they'll be able to make more wiser decisions. Now, this goes into my 8th point, and that is understanding the dynamic crypto landscape. We have multiple avenues of people, and we have multiple communities and opportunities that people can take, and that is such as in DeFi, there's Bitcoin, there's proof of work coins, there's staking coins, there's hard mining, or I should say hard drive mining coins like Chia, and I think there's another like Filecoin. There's different aspects of what our digital internet infrastructure is, but it's on the blockchain. Now, it comes from the idea that we don't want to be centralized on all the things. Now, Amazon, AWS, they operate about 80% of the internet because they host 80% of the internet on their servers. Now, that's not necessarily a bad thing because they are a powerhouse when it comes to internet hosting. But if we have the opportunity to host our own websites on our own community servers, like on the blockchain, it may be more expensive now, but with more infrastructure, it'll be cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. And now this takes away the opportunity for one collective person or a centralized being or a centralized company to be able to operate and take control of our ecosystem. We're the ones that build the internet up. We're the ones that build cryptocurrency up. So why do we allow one central person to control 80% of it? Now, this is a monopoly that the government doesn't want to stop because they get lots of incentives from AWS. If you don't know, AWS also runs the Pentagon and the CIA. I might get killed for saying that, but it is true. They host a lot of the servers, and the same people that are hosting those servers are also hosting servers for other people. We could do it too. There's no reason why we can't. And so I want to preface this video by saying there's a whole lot to indulge in cryptocurrency, and this is only just a stepping stone for you to have a better understanding. So if I said something in this video that you didn't really understand, I really encourage you to look it up and do your own research and figure out what you can do to be better. Hope I see you guys soon again. Peace.